To Remembering Our Spirits from the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox, July 11th, 2023. With what measure you met. With what measure you met, it shall be measured to you again. Matthew 7:2. If the average man understood for a moment the meaning of these words, they would turn his everyday conduct inside out and so change him that in a comparatively short period of time, his closest friends would hardly know him. The plain fact is that it is the law of life that as we think and speak and act toward others, so will others think and speak and act toward us. Everything that we do to others will sooner or later be done to us by someone, somewhere. Perhaps by someone who knows nothing of our previous action, but for every unkind word that we speak to or about another person, an unkind word shall be spoken to or about us. For every time that we cheat, we will be cheated. For every time we neglect a duty or evade a responsibility or misuse authority over other people, we are doing something for which we will inevitably have to pay by suffering a like injury ourselves. However, it is a poor law that does not work both ways. And so it is equally true that for every good deed that you do, for every kind word that you speak, you will, in the same way, at some time or other, get back an equivalent. The golden rule in scientific Christianity is think about others as you would wish them to think about you. In the light of the knowledge that we now possess, the observance of this rule becomes a very solemn duty. But more than that, indeed, it is a debt of honor. I like what that said at the very end. Although I don't believe that it's a debt of honor, I think that it is a practice of honor for us to think about people and speak to people and act toward people how we want them acting toward us. So remember, for the purposes of remembering our spirits, we refer to everything being a relationship. That's where our focus is here. Everything is a relationship. And all relationships begin with the one we're having with ourselves. They begin with the one we're having with ourselves. And I'm not talking about our childhood. That's a different topic. As adults, all relationships that we have and are in, and that we see outside of ourselves are simply a reflection, an outpicturing, if you will, of the relationship that we're having with ourselves. What thoughts and acts and behaviors are you having towards yourself today? Be mindful of them, correct them, transform them, and choose differently from them being fear-based thoughts and words and behaviors to being love-based thoughts and words and behaviors. You're worth it. And remember, karma is real. And it's simply a spiritual law that what you put out, you receive back. The other thing I would like to point out, that the golden rule in scientific Christianity, that is what Emmett Fox referred to his work. Science of mind, Christianity. However, it can simply be science of mind, thought life, and practice. It does not have to be based in a Christian practice. Religions are tools. We either pick them up and use them to better ourselves, to better our relationships, and to better the world, or we use them as tools to become fear-based, self-righteous thinkers, speakers, and behaviorers, and we use them to cause harm, to harm others, and to harm the world, and to harm ourselves. Which practice do you choose? Do you choose a practice and thoughts and words and behaviors that heal and champion and uplift people? Or do you choose fear-based thoughts, words, and behaviors that tear people down, that cause harm, and that can destroy? I choose to build. Stand guard at the door to your thought life. You got this. As always, take and keep the best for you and discard the rest. Have a blessed day.